All right, what's up, guys? So we're back with another one here, and today I'm going to tell you, you're coming to Japan. What am I talking about? It's been announced. It's a prediction I had. I didn't think it was going to come true, but EVO, you know, I'm still recovering a little bit, but one of the big announcements there had nothing to do with games. Nothing to do with, like, new character, new game rollback or whatever. It had to do with something that has me very excited. Ta-da! It got announced. It got announced. I did not think it was going to happen. I was huffing the copium, but EVO Japan 2023 has been announced. So we got a trailer. So I want to watch the trailer. I want to talk about the games. I want to talk about what I want to see there, why you should come. I want to take a look back at the old EVO Japan because they've been a great time. Granted, I live here, so it's not a big commitment for me to go, but I hope people will come because honestly, there's been 3 of them. I feel like the attendance has been going down. Even before Corona, I feel like the international attendance has been kind of going down. But hopefully, that's going to change next year. We'll see. But like always, you like this stuff? You like EVO? You like Japan? Who doesn't like Japan, dude? Maid cafes and like ninjas. And it's just like your anime in real life, you know? Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next year. But yeah, first things first, let's check out the trailer. They announced it while I was getting ready for Strive in-house. So I didn't really get to enjoy it. Let me see it. All right, so here we go. There's Koji. This is all EVO Japan footage, and they're not using any EVO footage here. Japan. With the cyberpunk graphics. So here, all right, we'll talk about that. End of March. Early April. Main tournament titles. Hold on, can I pause it again? Look, who made this? Markman? Why is there a building that says meat on the back? The Japan doesn't look like that. And look at this one. Entar. It says Entar with an A. This doesn't look like Japan at all. Wait a second. What the heck is this? Anyway, main tournament titles. Only 4, right? So Strive, 15, Tekken, and Street Fighter 5. So godlike, right? 4 godlike, you know, the main titles there. But, you know, you expect those and more. This is what we need and more. It's kind of just want to ramble about today. Should be pretty fun. EVO Japan 2023. Tokyo Big South. Talk about that too. Main titles and registration will be announced in fall 2022. Nice. So yeah, they have extra titles. It's already confirmed. So yeah, there we go. I am legit excited. The announcement there, as I said, there's a couple things, first of all, that's different from this year than from the last year. So first of all, it's end of March, early April. So that's like springtime in Japan. It's not going to be warm. It's not going to be warm, but it's not going to be wintertime. The old EVOs were all like January, February, when it's very, very cold. It's not a nice time. It's cold. It gets dark early. So already, timing-wise, this is better. Next up, it's at Big Sight. So if you know what Big Sight is, so let me find a picture of Big Sight for you. There's my bike right there, but you've probably seen that. I guess if you're a huge weeb, you've probably seen that. But Tokyo Big Sight is that building right there. It's where they hold Comiket, which is the biggest anime comic convention in the world. In Japan, they hold it twice a year. So it's a very, very famous venue. And the good news about it is that it's in Tokyo. So the older EVO Japans, aside from the first year was in Tokyo. The ones after were a bit out of the way, so not as convenient. But this year is quite convenient, which is very good. And then another cool thing about this venue is look at this. Look how convenient it is once you're here. The EVO venue's right there, and there's a 7-Eleven 10 seconds away. You just have to walk 10 seconds, right? And you can get yourself a nice can of Strong Zero. People are gonna get absolutely turned at this event. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. You know, the date being a little bit better, the venue being in Tokyo is already 2 great reasons to go. And then, you know, the games are going to be there. I want more announcements, so I really want to have Melty. I want Melty as a main title. I want BlazBlue as a main title, but I don't expect it to be. But the cool thing about the old EVO Japans is that while they're not as big as Vegas EVO, they do have side tournaments. They allow people to host their own side tournaments in advance. So every year they always had, like, you know, some crazy poverty games. I remember in Fukuoka and stuff. But like BlazBlue's been there every year. You know, Dragon Ball will be there. Whatever they're going to have is going to be there. So I really want to see it. I'm excited. Now, you know, just to, you know, because it's my channel to talk about what I want, but I just want to share some good old memories. This was the first EVO Japan. So this was 2018. The first one we had was actually it was in 2 places. It was in Ikebukuro, which is like the west side, but it's in Tokyo. The finals, though, were actually in Akihabara. So this is right in Akihabara. It's really, really exciting. There's me in the background. See me? I'm angry. There's me angry in the background. Mean mugging while Logan's getting excited. So this time, Daigo lost. I think Daigo lost to like Problem X or something. I forget. But I was pissed. Look at me. I was pissed off there. So what's cool as well, even though they're kind of dead, but look at this. This is also EVO Japan. So as soon as people lost in EVO, they went to the arcade. This is really cool. Now, this should happen. Even in 2023, there's no arcade that's really close to the venue, but they're not that far. So I'm sure they're going to have a plan like the post EVO gathering at Akihabara or whatever, depending on the game where you meet up, but that could be pretty cool. But yeah, that was the first year. So the first year was Ikebukuro. A lot of people came out. A lot of foreigners came out that year. It started dipping down after year 2, because year 2, oh, look at me. Look at young baby face Jiyuna. That's me and Kenny in Fukuoka. We were on the same plane. We went to Fukuoka. So that's the second year. EVO Japan 2019 in Fukuoka. So that's the venue right here. This is an old like sumo hall. The thing about Fukuoka, so the problem with this year, even though I really liked it, the problem with this year was that Fukuoka it's not Tokyo. Fukuoka is like a 90-minute, 2-hour flight from Tokyo. So that was like, if you were traveling, you know, across the world to Tokyo, and then you have to go from Tokyo again out there. I see why a lot of people didn't really come out to this one. It's still decent, but not. It kind of needs to be in Tokyo. This is also the core value. Remember core values? This was the core values year. This is where they had the on that big monitor in the middle. That's where they had the DOA showing and everything. They were gotten a lot of trouble for. But yeah, that one was pretty fun too. But yeah, and after that, so then the last year, this is the final EVO Japan. This is at Makuhari Messe, which is where they hold like Tokyo Game Show and everything. This is still like kind of far. It's not in Tokyo. It's in Chiba. It's still, I would say, it takes, if you're like not on the east side, it might take you an hour from like your hotel to get to the venue, which again is kind of like a turn off, but it was still nice. I was doing commentary. Oh, this is this is where they had Guilty Gear Strive beta test. That sign says no more waiting in line, because there were too many people lined up. People were too hyped for the game. They had to cut it right there. But the final EVO, like when we were at EVO Japan, that's when like literally it was that weekend was like, oh, there's this new sickness coming out. And like the first case just got caught in Japan. So we're like, what the hell is this? Everyone had like masks on and everything. After that, the world ended. It's been 2 years, but in 6 months, we're gonna be back, baby. So I really, really, really want people to come. The world's been shut down for 2 years. Japan is still shut down. The last EVO, like the Vegas EVO was so good. Everyone who went to the last EVO was like, this is great. It was really cool to see a lot of new people too. So I want to see a lot of new people come out here to Japan. Now, of course, the only concern is the country even open? Right now, it's August 23rd. You cannot come here. Even if you buy a ticket and buy a hotel, you cannot get into the country unless you have like you can cheat with a visa or something. EVO Japan is 6 months away. Will the country be open in 6 months? That is a big gamble to take. If it's not open, will they still run it? Yeah, they'll still run it. I mean, the Japanese audience is the main thing, but I hope you guys will come if you can. My advice for you, do not buy a ticket yet. Don't buy a ticket. Or if you buy a ticket, make sure you have, you get one with insurance. You know, you can buy tickets that have cancellation insurance where it's like, I want full, I get all my money back. But don't find a cheap ticket, buy it. Fingers crossed. I hope the country opens up by then. If I have to give you a prediction as a citizen who lives here, I'm not a resident who lives here, 87% chance. I'm giving you 87% chance that by the end of March next year, it will be open to tours. But that you never know, man. I've played XCOM before. 87 sounds good, but I feel like I've already said that 100 times these past 2 years. We're like, oh, the country's going to open up like next month. Or like in 2 months, we'll be ready to go. Don't even worry about it. But shit, I don't know, man. But that's it. I got nothing to say this video. Fingers crossed is all I have to say, is that I'm legit very, very excited. And I'm going to do some more stuff too. I want to make sure that the people who do come out have a good time. At every EVO up until now, I have unofficially been the after party employee, where I have to call and reserve. Like the first year we had like 100 people. Even in Fukuoka, we had like 80 people at the izakaya after for all the drinks and everything, drinks and food. So I'm going to make sure this year we're going to have that like Sunday night. All right, if you want to come out, if you want to have a Japanese izakaya experience, just go here. Everybody's invited. You better pay. I'm not paying. You better bring your money there. We'll see. But yeah, other stuff. You know, I'll talk about it when we get closer. Like where you should stay. Don't stay near the venue. I'll give you some places to stay. Set the after party. What arcades to check out. Things like that. It should be pretty fun, man. We'll see. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, if you weren't aware, now you are. EVO Japan's coming back next year. What game do you want to see? I want Melty. I just want Melty. It's the only one I care about up there. Put Melty. We already have the main titles there. Side games, play whatever. Like Persona, BlazBlue, whatever. They're gonna be side games. We'll just keep them there. But Melty, I want main title Melty, and I want America to come out. They'll get smoked. They'll get smoked. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But yeah, let me know. Are you planning on coming? Are you saving up your money? Because it's probably, even though the yen is cheap, the yen is super cheap. I forgot to mention that, by the way. The Japanese yen is very cheap, which means if you have US dollars, you're gonna have a lot of bonus cash to spend. But the flights are expensive, so don't buy yet. Like I said, just wait. And yeah, let me know. Are you planning to come? What do you want to play? What do you want to do in Japan? I don't know. And maybe I'll see you in March at Tokyo Big Sight. But yeah, like always, you're still watching. Thank you. Catch you next one. Peace.